We live, man. We live. It's your boy Big Boosie, man, doing the things I like to do. Make sure y'all subscribe. All my newcomers, hit that like button. Hit the like button. We know YouTube, they play with our numbers. And I don't know and I don't understand. I used to hear people talk about it a lot. Now I get it. Because on YouTube, I know my numbers is doing way more than they doing. And I'm out here moving organically. I'm not doing nothing crazy to increase numbers, nothing. I want people to really actually like the show that I'm putting together. I'll come in right here on my set. Then I have my other professional set that I do. And I just want to see, my hard work be recognized, YouTube. So come on, man, with that. It's not making no sense. But yeah, I had to come on through today. Come see what y'all got going on out there today. It's your boy Big Boosie. Y'all know I'd like to thank everybody that been supporting. That's been sending them cash apps to keep things rolling. And, we still feeding the homeless. We're not going to stop doing that. And thanks to your cash apps, it allowed me to go and purchase a lot of stuff and, go out there and put that work in and make a difference out there in the mean streets for people that can't, that's unfortunate. That's all. So, yeah, I was watching your boy Mwreck today. Big shouts out to Mwreck. He's one of the GOATs in this YouTube game. Like his show, like how he put it together, like how he moved. I watched him from way back then when he interviewed one of my homies, Thaddeus. I was down with Wu-Tang Clan. Who else he interviewed? One of my other homies. He did a Rich Porter story with my boy. But yeah, just big shouts out to homie, man. He laying it down. I like the topics he come up with and all that. So, I was watching. I tried to call in and chime in on this subject because there's a subject about Camron meeting up with 50 Cent and 50 Cent and Camron now is talking, about when they was beefing and now they are cool now, which is a good thing. That's big for hip hop, man. That's big for hip hop. So, basically the conversation was about being that Camron and 50 is cool now. They're saying that that Jim might have showed some disloyalty, or 50 Cent might have kind of got in Jim mental and turned him against Cam, is what the conversation was about. So, me, I just want to step in and say, because both of those is my homies, man, and both of them good dudes. Every time I see him, show love. Cam did a lot of stuff for me. I can't front. A lot of stuff, man. Didn't charge me money for certain things, all of the above, man, and extended his hand. Jim Jones, when I called and needed him, he always came, always extended his hand. Even if he ain't doing a project or something, I bump into him at the club. Anyway, see me as all open arm hugs like a brother. So if they are going through something, I hope they get it together, because those guys, I watched them come from when Cam was switching labels, and when me and Cam was on the set to Pay the Fool in Canada, we got tight. And, he said, whatever I need when we get back to the States, whatever. And when I got back to the States, I called him and he came, man. Sometimes even drove in his own car. And that's a fact. So I'll never, ever forget that. Will never, ever go against Camron, ever in life. And Jim Jones as well. And like I said, I would love to see them two get whatever differences out of the way. Sometimes people make mistakes with what they do. But one thing I actually can say, I watched Jim Jones before he was Jim Jones. I got footage of that because it's going to be in my documentary. The documentary is called The Mind of a Hustler, From the Streets to the Music. And it goes way back when Cam was getting off one label and before he even started the Dipset stuff. So I got a bunch of footage of all of that. And you know, I'm saying that to say I watched Jim be loyal to Cam. He was everywhere with Cam, and vice versa. Cam being loyal to Jim, holding Jim down wherever Cam's at. That's what you're gonna see Jim Jones. And Jim Jones was the hype man for Camron, for people that don't know that. And probably, you know, handling a lot of other stuff if need be, behind the scenes or whatever. So you know, that's love. So, you know, I want to keep that in people's mental out there. But I get it. I get what people were saying, but I don't know. I don't know the real inside of what really happened. But what I wanted to chime in is about was they were saying that it was a caller that called in and said, you know, and you know they was defending Jim Jones. They was basically saying that Cam, they was basically saying that Cam should have put Jim in position. He should have, you know, Jim should have, I guess, been a partner. Should have made Jim a partner for the Dipset label is how I took it. So y'all go to Mwreck and y'all check that one out. It was about 50 Cent and Camron something, but y'all go check it out. Then a caller called in and was saying that Camron should have made Jim a partner. Now you got to look at it like this: when you are in the streets, right? Let's use the streets as a terminology. When you're in the streets and you are the boss of the whole crew, you got to go get the work. You got to make sure the people that your team there to package it, bottle up, however y'all do your thing. They go, you know, and make things happen. Then you have your lieutenant that's next to you. He go do the run and pick the money up, bring it back to you. You got a system going. You got a system going. So it doesn't, you know, that just keeps the whole movement flowing. Just keep the whole movement flowing, right? But the boss never makes the lieutenant his partner. It doesn't work like that. But one thing the boss do need to do is make sure that you keep feeding your team, because if you don't keep feeding your team and making sure that they eat, that's when the wolves will eat you up, swallow you up. You know what I'm saying? They'll swallow you up, do sneaky stuff behind your back, you know, set you up. And 9 times out of 10 today, they set people up just because, man. You know, people just not loyal no more when it comes to street stuff. But you keep the wolves fed. You make sure they eating good and keep communication open. That'd be a problem with us too. We don't like to communicate, man. You know what I'm saying? But you feed the wolves. But on the second note, when it comes to the Dipset situation, they were saying as if Camron should have made Jim a partner with Dipset. It doesn't work like that, but it can work like that when you're doing business. You can tell a person, if you invest in what we got going on already, I can make you a partner, because you got to look at it like this. When Dipset first started, who had to take all the starting it from the ground up and putting their money into it, and whose name was the face of the movement, which was Camron. Camron was the face of the movement. Camron had the hit records out first. Camron was the boss of the situation. So now to catch up to be the boss or be a partner with a boss, you would have to invest some money if that was an opportunity to do so. But if not, it's a duty that if you are on the label as an artist and you got a hit record out, and everybody know Jim came out with that Ballin' and it went phenomenal. But if I ain't mistaken, I think it was on Koch. And I want to say that's probably one of their first fallouts, because Cam was saying, you know, where's my cut at? Because basically you still on Dipset. It was Dipset Koch. is what they were saying. So, allegedly. So, but my thing is, if the boss take a fall trying to blow up, the person that's next to him don't take no fall. So if it don't blow up, he has nothing to cry about, complain about, nothing. But the boss is the one that takes the fall. So now, blowing up in the company, and you are a part of the company, you got to hit record, you start blowing up, everything still is protocol. Still stay in position and follow that position, man. That's a fact. So it doesn't work like that, to some of the people that out there think that automatically because a person becomes or get a hit record inside of the label itself, they automatically should become a partner with the guy that already put in the work and turned the label into what it is. Now, your hit record is a part of it, but you are still considered part of his business. You are still part of the person who created the business, who created the label, is the star and still pushing the buttons on the inside to even make you a star, to make sure your records is being pushed. So it's still up under the umbrella of, being a part of the movement or the company under the umbrella of the Dipset movement. So, that's how that works. Nobody automatically just should become a boss, because sometimes people don't know how to become a boss. They still have to sit around for a while and learn the game to actually, so you can venture out. Now, what could happen is a person such as Camron could say, yo, I'll help you establish your label, being that you are on mine and we blowing up. Now you got your movement going. Let's do a joint venture together. You get your own label, I help push you, and then you start taking off and you go that route. And that's normally how things go. That's the real way how it should go, unless Cam say, well, you want to be a part of the Dipset label, buy into what I got, what I put into it already, and you still already as an artist blowing up into it and on the label, and then we sign other artists, and you have your percentage in the company, and we'll be equal shares or whatever shares that they come up and agree with. That's normally how that go. It doesn't make, this going out to those callers that was calling up. Hopefully they see this. Hopefully y'all share this. Make sure y'all share this, because a lot of people need to understand this. A lot of people don't understand business. A lot of people think that automatically somebody is just supposed to just be put in position because of they are there and now they making noise, and it doesn't work that way. Everything is done in accountability. Protocol is always needed to be followed. And that's just how it goes. So, people out there was pointing the finger, and, I wanted to let them know, can't point the finger at Camron by saying what he should have made Jim a partner. That it just not, it's not easier said than done. You have to do it the correct way, because at the end of the day, Jim was on Cam's label. Now, if that wasn't the agreement, the world took it like that. That's how I see it. That's how it looked like it started. But I could say that Jim showed Cam a lot of love, a lot of love. So anything that happened beyond after that, I don't know. Once again, I hope them brothers can get that together, because both of them are good brothers. Both of them help a lot of people. And, people like that we need around. People like that, we need them to get back tight. If 50 Cent and Cam could get back together, I know it wasn't nothing major. With them, it was friendly competition. So, they can look back at it and laugh at it now. And that's how 50 was anyway, Nick picking. But Cam is one of them big Nick pickers too. Like they said, two of the most famous people that will come at you crazy and love every minute of it, Now they cool. But that's just how the business goes. Nobody just automatically just make you a partner of their company when that company could have failed. And if it failed, you wouldn't have failed with it because you didn't have no nickels in it to lose nothing. But when it blow up, that means you get advantage of it because it's blowing up. No, you have to buy into it, put some equity into it. And that's how it works. But if, let's say Jim might have asked Cam and Cam said no, then maybe Jim might have felt some kind of way of Cam saying no. But at the end of the day, we all sometimes got to respect, no, I don't want to do it that way. There's no need to do it that way because everything is working the way we already got it. If the train ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't jump off the train. Let's stay on the same train. So sometimes that's how it happens. It don't work like that. So I just wanted to make sure I brought that to some of the listeners that was chiming in on Mwreck, and they made that as if that was, made that into a big deal on what Mwreck called his assessments, and they made an assessment like that, and they just don't understand the game. So y'all make sure y'all get that right, man. But I do want to do one thing. I want to get into something with my young boys out here, man. I want to get into something with my young boys that's gangsters out here. They don't think about what they do before they do it. They go out here, shoot up stuff. It's these young guys that's, hold up. It's these young guys that went. Let me see, hold on. These young guys that was in Douglasville, I don't know if y'all seen the story or heard the story. They went and shot up a 16-year-old party. Who shoots up a 16-year-old party? And when you're 16, and if you're doing it at 16, you look at them as your peers, you don't care nothing about it. But this goes to your young boys. And this goes out to the parents too, man. And I know it's rough. A lot of y'all women raising these kids without a man, and it's hard for y'all to keep, your hands and your eyes and your everything on them. I know it's hard, but it's crazy that we losing our youth to a lot of this ignorant stuff, man. We losing our youth to a lot of this ignorant stuff. But these young cats went and shot up a 16-year-old party, and now they getting ready to get 320 years. I'm gonna let y'all hear this, because this need to be heard. And y'all don't understand it until it happened to you. Epic Eric said the youth is in trouble. This is all by design. That's a fact. They started our youth to keep our youth, and the majority of them is black youth that's doing these crazy shootings and killing each other, waking up thinking about killing each other. And that's crazy to me. But I'm gonna let y'all hear this, man. Was convicted. Let me see. Hold up. It's very deep. It's very deep.
Is that he will receive a sentence of 20 years imprisonment in the Department of Corrections. With regard to the other two defendants, Mr. Cotton and Mr. Coleman, the court imposes a 5-year sentence on each weapons charge to run consecutive to all other sentences imposed in the case. With regard to the aggravated assaults, the gang charges, the criminal damage to property charges as to both defendants, it will be the sentence of the court that each defendant receives a sentence of 20 years imprisonment, and those sentences will run consecutive to each other and consecutive to the 5-year sentences, with this exception. To the extent that each defendant was convicted of aggravated assault as to a named victim and a gang charge as to a named victim, those sentences will run concurrent. So the net effect of the court sentences, as I do the math, is the court imposes a sentence of 320 years imprisonment as to Kingston Cotman and
Yo, that's crazy, man. Can you imagine in your teen years? And if y'all teens, I hope y'all listening too. 15, 16, 14, you got 320 years, your life is over. You are in jail forever. Epic Eric said they will become the new slaves in prison. That's a fact. And that's what the prison is. It's called legal professional slavery, man. And that's what's going on right now. And we out here thinking it's a game, but y'all not paying attention to what's going on, man. Y'all not paying attention to what's going on until you actually sitting in that seat in front of a judge and he telling you what it is. And then, you know, your life changed once you're in there actually doing time. You would think about everything you could give back just to go home. But it's too late. But y'all outside having too much fun shooting. After you shoot somebody, y'all go back to the little stash house or wherever y'all meet up at. Y'all laughing at what happened and how y'all did this. And yeah, I shot over there. Yeah, I hit him in the leg, or I hit him in the back, or I hit him in the head. And then when the investigation go down and they find out who y'all are and they start rounding y'all up, now y'all in the interrogation room telling everything you could tell. That's crazy. And what's crazy is y'all don't understand the new y'all interrogation room is being filmed, and now it goes live on these YouTube streets. And now y'all being seen all over YouTube on the tube telling. And at that point in time, y'all don't even care because y'all know the cameras is rolling. Everybody knows that people are putting out body cam footage and interrogation room footage now on YouTube. Everybody watch people tell. You seen First 48 telling, and y'all still out here doing the crimes, and y'all do it as if it's not going to be y'all. It's like y'all ride a bicycle or a motorcycle. I always make this terminology. Y'all ride a motorcycle or bicycle, and you think that you're better than anybody else that ride a bicycle or a motorcycle, and you're never going to fall. You definitely going to fall, man. So what makes you think that you are different with your guns? And you know, a lot of y'all will hear these stories and be like, man, change to the next YouTube page because y'all don't care. But once y'all in that trouble, in that cell, in that interrogation room, you crying, you trying to call your mama to come bail you out. You don't have no bail money, nothing. And it's sad that y'all put your parents through that. Not only the life y'all took, y'all, you know, the family got to go through the life y'all took. Not only that, y'all family have to go through it too, because it is people that love y'all and they don't know y'all out there doing that crazy mess. And then y'all get locked up for killing somebody. Now y'all living dead and they get to see you. At least they get to see you, but they get to see you and you still can't leave and go home with them. Some of y'all family don't even come see y'all. And y'all think it's a game out here, man. It's crazy. Y'all need to tighten up. We need to be out here worrying about sticking together instead of killing each other. The more killings we doing to each other, the police loving it. That's why they saying they get away with killing us. You had the what's the guy, man, that jumped over. You had the guy that jumped over at the judge. jumped over at the lady judge and grabbed on her, tried to get to her. He just got 26 years for doing that silly act. That was a silly act. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he deserved 26 years for doing that. He's trying to say that he wasn't in his right mind. He hear voices, his voices tell him to do stuff like that. But his track record shows from all the way from a teen, he always been getting in trouble. But he shouldn't have got 26 years. So I agree to that. That's a little deep. That's a little steep. Then you had the white guy that choked out the black guy on the train. And the jury, he goes to trial, and the jury went deadlock, couldn't figure out, find him guilty or not guilty. And guess what? The judge took it upon himself and gave the man case dismissed. After he killed the black man. He had people donating money. He generated $3 million to pay for his defense after killing a homeless man on the train for nothing, because he gets up, the man up there, dancing, doing the Michael Jackson dance or whatever he was doing. At the end of the day, he wasn't bothering nobody. He didn't hurt nobody. And this man, just because he was in the Marines, felt it was his responsibility to jump up and choke this man out. And it's sad that nobody helped this man on that train, man, to get that man off of him. So now a white man goes free for killing a black man for no reason. And they're going to say he did it fair. He went to trial, and they found him deadlocked, and the judge took it upon himself to release him. So they're going to say followed all the proper channels to do so. But we out here killing each other. And then we got to worry about ignorant white people. Notice what I said, ignorant white people killing us. Brandon's story, the witness that said they were scared were lying. Yeah, that's a fact. They were scared. Definitely lying. That's crazy. So yeah, we gotta tighten up out here, man. In real life. We gotta tighten up. So yeah, I'm gonna be back, man. I thought I'd bring that Jim Jones and Camron situation, man. Give the audience that don't know no better as far as business is concerned. It doesn't work that way at all. But there are ways to make it happen. So I don't know the inside stories. Both of them is my boys. Hope they got, or can get, everything back to normal as far as them just being brothers again, man. Family again, man. So, and I wanted to definitely bring that 320 years up for them little young boys. Them little youngest, man. Getting 320 years, that's crazy. For shooting up a 16-year-old party, y'all little young bucks out there better tighten up, man. Because it ain't a game. They got somewhere to put you for a long time. Now your whole life is done. Only thing y'all gonna see the outside from is, only time y'all gonna see the outside is from behind bars, man. If you go out to the yard and look up in the sky, man. And that's sad that even had to happen. It's sad that y'all took people's lives at a birthday party, an innocent birthday party. Somebody's 16, that's a milestone. And then you take it all away? That's crazy. So yeah, your boy Big Boosie, man. I'll see y'all in a minute. I'll be back. I got some more stuff to talk to y'all